Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before I go any further, I just wanted to show you guys my Bougie Island Girl tee. You can find this t-shirt. I also have Bougie Black Girl. You can find this t-shirt on my website, richonyx.com. Check out my website. I have a lot of different tees on there, and I will be doing hoodies and stuff like that because the season is changing. The fall is here, fall weather is here, so welcome to fall. This is the second episode of my new natural hair guide series. Today what I wanted to do, I wanted to talk about two things that I feel is important as you venture off into the world of being natural. Something that a lot of women focus on and just go off on is hair types. Now, personally, I don't think hair typing is that important. When I'm transitioning, I was looking at YouTube videos, I was looking at all types of things, Instagram, all that stuff, looking at women and their hair type and just having basically hair envy. And I was so obsessed about my hair type. Every time like I would see a curl form, I would go and look in the mirror. I was like, I wonder what hair type this is. So I actually became obsessed with my hair type. As time went on, I realized hair typing is not that serious to me, but I will discuss the difference in hair types. I will talk about hair types if you guys want to know about it. So there are 4 different hair types, and as you can imagine, the hair types starting from 1 to 2, those ranges are, you know, straight wavy hair. For African American women, the sisters, the melanated woman, our hair types range from 3 to 4. So you have 3A, 3B, 3C. Then you have 4A, 4B, and 4C. Okay, so we range in between those numbers, and a lot of times you have multiple textures in your hair. For instance, I have 3 textures. I have 3C in the back. The curls are looser and they're a lot bigger than the other curls. I have 4A on the sides, and then I have 4B right here. Right here, my hair does not, the definition is not there really. It takes a lot to get defined anything in this area. So you may notice that it's not as defined as probably the sides or something like that, because here I have my 4B hair. So I have 3 different textures. I don't really go off of that. And when I first became natural, I realized that my texture changed. Textures can change, ladies, as time goes by. If you're new natural, you have shed hair, your texture actually changes. If you do some sort of process to your hair, if you go back to relaxer and then you go back to natural, sometimes your texture is different. So your texture can change over time. There are a couple of hair types. I put the chart up so you can see, and I just feel like hair typing is not that important. What is important that I had to find out was my hair porosity. Hair porosity determines how well your hair can absorb moisture. And as a new natural, you will find that you have a lot of drying issues with your hair. Your hair is dry. It doesn't feel like it's moisturized. It's probably brittle, all that stuff. That deals with your porosity. It deals with how much can your hair absorb moisture. And there are 3 levels to porosity. There's high, there's medium, which is normal, and then there's low. Low porosity deals with your hair has a hard time absorbing moisture. Moisture is really hard to get into your cuticles. So pretend like your hair is a blind, okay? When the blinds are closed, nothing can come through, no light, no anything can come through it because it's closed down. Your cuticles are closed, so it's hard for water to penetrate your strands to allow moisture in. But once moisture gets onto your strands, moisture is harder to come out because, again, you have that closed blind. When it comes to low porosity, the best thing for you to incorporate into your regimen is heat. Heat allows for your cuticles to open, to be blessed with the water that it needs to flourish. So when you're doing the lock method, when you're deep conditioning, you always want to incorporate heat for your cuticles to open, for you to seal that moisture in, and for you to have moisturized hair. So you have medium to normal porosity, which means that your hair absorbs the moisture. It's not as easy to come out. So for high porosity, this means your cuticles are open. Okay, just think of, I was going to say something. I was going to say think of Kim Kardashian's legs, but never mind. I'm going to blank that out. Okay, so your hair, your cuticles are open. I did not mean to say that. Lord. Okay, your cuticles are open, right? So that means water and moisture can easily come in, but just like it can easily come in, it can easily come out because it is constantly open. So you have to be mindful of that. People with high porosity tend to have the driest hair, but the hair becomes drier quicker because your water, it can't stay in there because, you know, you have open cuticles. So there are two ways that I use to test porosity. The first thing that I do, if I want to test my porosity, and this is how I tested it, I took a glass of water and I took a clean strand of my hair. So I didn't pluck it out, I just took it out of I had a comb, so I took it out of the comb and I put it into the water. Once I put it into the water, I let that sit for about 5 minutes to see what it's going to do. If you have low porosity, your hair is going to stay on the top of the water. It's not going to sink. It's not going to do anything because the water is not penetrating your strands. So it's not getting in there. So it's going to stay right there. If it's medium to normal, that means it's going to float. It's going to be in the center of the cup. So it's going to be floating in the middle. It's not going to really go down. It's not going to go back up. If you have high porosity, your hair is going to sink, which means that it absorbed the moisture and it has fallen to the bottom because it weighs down the hair. So you can use that to test your porosity. Another thing that you can use to test your porosity, you can actually do the strand test. Now you take a strand of your hair and then you just go up and down the strand in your hair, and if you feel ridges or gaps or anything like that, it means you have high porosity. If it's no ridges, no bumps, if it's just a smooth surface, it means that you have low porosity. Nothing is going in there. So those are the porosity tests. So you can try that out. Let me know how your porosity test comes out. Now for me, for low porosity, heavy oils, heavy products, heavy things don't work on my hair because it's hard to penetrate. For instance, like when I'm coloring my hair, the color does not absorb on my hair that easily. It actually takes a long time and I have to use heat in order for the color to penetrate. Same way it is with products. When it comes to products, like for instance the leave-in conditioner for the LOC method, the first ingredient should be water because the water is what's going to penetrate and moisturize your hair. So make sure the first ingredient in your leave-in is water, okay? When it comes to the oils, heavy oils do not work on low porosity hair, okay? It's just too heavy. It weighs our hair down. So you want something light, like an argan oil or grapeseed or jojoba oil, something light on your hair. I told you guys that I use Jamaican black castor oil. I mainly use it on my edges. I don't really put it throughout my hair because it's just too heavy for my hair and I don't want to weigh my hair down. For my creams, my butters, I use shea butter or a shea butter whip in the winter time, but as far as butters, I try not to use anything too heavy because like I said, heavy is just not compatible with my hair. My hair is fine, my hair is low porosity, it's just not going to work. Okay, alright ladies, so I've told you guys about porosity, I told you guys about texture, but what I really want to know is what's your porosity, okay? So take the porosity test and let me know in the comment section below what your porosity is. Are you low porosity, high porosity, or are you medium to normal? If you are low or high, let us know what products you use, you know, what works well for your hair, because there are a lot of women out there just searching for products and not really sure what will work better for their porosity. So just tell us in the comment section below, what do you use, and hopefully you can help somebody else. Alright, so I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy spring, and